this anime took me through the stages of grief. In the first episode of Shinoko, it is really an emotional gut punch that mirrors the 5 stages of grief. It begins with denial. The viewers, like me, the characters refuse to believe that someone as vibrant and full of life as Ai Hoshino could meet such a tragic end. Death was very tragic. It tore me apart, but as the episode progresses, we are thrust into anger, and especially for Aqua, she witnessed the ordeal and he felt the rage towards the world that took their mother away. Especially the killer, we want to know who killed her and for what reason did he commit the crime for. Bargaining comes next as we and the characters wish there was some way to change the outcome. And the next stage we have is depression. Really, I had never felt for a character that on how she met her end, because she had just grasped the spotlight and it was taken from her the moment she captured it. It was just a quick moment for her and it was gone, and she left 2 tiny children, Aqua and Ruby. Depression hits hard as we watch Aqua and Ruby struggle with their loss, realizing that life will never be the same without their mother, and how it is very hard to navigate the terrain of being an idol and being an actor, especially for a child without a mother. Even though they had guidance, it was really tough for a person like Aqua, who somehow disconnected from the realities of the world and was just enveloped with this kind of dark energy of revenge. Finally, the final stage of grief is acceptance. It is a bittersweet feeling. Even though we lost Ruby, we feel, especially through the time skip, we feel the characters have grown and become somehow their own entity, their own persona. Somehow they have that radiance and energy similar to what we saw through AI, and it is very good that the genes and the aura was passed down the lineage. Bittersweet, the acceptance stage arrives as they decide to live on, carrying AI's memory with them. This emotional journey is what hooked me in, making it impossible to turn away. Even though people were killed, AI was killed in the process, I feel like I want to know the journey of Aqua and Ruby in the entertainment industry. I just want to see how they will cope, how they progress, and how they will achieve their stardom, because that terrain is very hard and it's very hard to navigate without pillars of strength next to you, and that kind of world is very hard to find. As we saw through AI, she did not have it easy. And something that I really love about AI, she really captured the limelight and the spotlight of her stardom. Really, when you watch the clips when she was performing, she was a star, and the way the crowd, the audience admired her, it was really good. And that feeling, I felt it as a viewer, and that's something that hooked me really in, because I just wanted to see that sparkle in her eyes, especially when she performed with the band of Bikomat, and when she acted, at some points we could see that radiance in her eyes, and that is something that is passed down through her. Aqua takes the stardom of acting and Ruby takes the stardom of being an idol, and they are totally opposites. Aqua is less radiant. He has this energy that is dark, mystic and mysterious, and somehow radiates this negative energy that he kind of possesses. So one of the central themes in Shinoko is the power of performance. The anime doesn't just show characters acting or singing, it delves into the essence of what it means to perform. And something that people do not know, theater is all about depicting the human nature and the essence of humans, really. And that is something that we see through the plays within a plays, in the narration of Oshinoko, through the Tokyo Blade act they kind of perform, and we are able to see the that's really performing, especially through the characters like Akane and Kana and even Aqua. We in season 1 were not able to see Aqua performing in occasions that required him to show emotions, because when he saw his mother, he kind of lost that smile, lost that energy to showcase his emotions. Through AI Hoshino, the idol whose smile hides a word of pain, epitomizes this kind of performance that radiates that kind of energy that is vibrant, opposite to Aqua, but very similar to Ruby. Her performance captivates the audience, but it's the struggle behind that perfect play that gives her character depth. AI is really deep. Akane Kurakawa, on the other hand, uses her acting as a way to express emotions she can't in real life. I really love something about Akane, the way she's very proper, really goes into the details of revising what she is going to do. Right? Like how she imitates AI, she goes and digs stuff about AI. Just shows the caliber of talent she has. Then there is Kana Arima, a child prodigy who has been performing for as long as she can remember. Her journey illustrates the burden of talent. We kind of see this, especially in season 2. We now kind of understand where Kana is coming from. She's very perfect. She's able to match the energy of the person she's acting with, and she's able to showcase the character in a way that's very suiting to the eye. And we get to see in season 2 how excellent she is. She's really the goat, and I feel very bad for Kane because Kana showcases her talent in a raw way and very vibrant, because Kana is the winner when it comes to a comparison check between Kane and Kana. So leave your comment down in the comment sections to see how you feel about this comparison check. There's also the dark side of the entertainment industry, and we really get to see it through AI and Ruby, also through Akane and even Kana. We really get to see the dark side of really acting, and even as far as in the idol industry. A good example is AI Hoshino's assassination, in the most shocking example of how the pressures and dangers of fame can turn deadly. This event isn't just a plot twist, it's a stark commentary on the toxic environment that celebrities often find themselves in. The impact of AI's death on Aqua and Ruby is profound. Aqua becomes obsessed with revenge, determined to uncover the truth behind his mother's murder, while Ruby is driven to follow in AI's footsteps, perhaps as a way to keep her mother's spirit alive. Somehow akin into following the footsteps of her mother, she wanted to follow the path of being an idol and being a star. We also see how very tough for actors. We kind of see how Akane fell off in acting, especially in season 1. There's a love and hate relationship when it comes to these kind of industries, especially for child prodigies like Akane and Kana. You really have to sacrifice a lot. Oshinoko, I believe, is just a reflection of the world we live in. The world we live in is full of beauty and tragedy, and in the entertainment industry, it's a mix of both. Theater and acting industry really showcases the human essence and what we tend to feel and what we really believe in. We can experience this kind of emotions, and we kind of see it through Aqua, especially the way he is able to collect that kind of energy that he has, what he has experienced, what he knows, and translate it into acting so that you can feel that raw emotion. When you see their eyes full of rage, full of sparkle, full of glow, and the radiance, that is something that those guys possess within them. It's innate, and they are able to evoke those kind of emotions. That is what I love about Oshinoko, and it's really big cinema, because cinema is all about making us feel content and really feeling what is going on through the characters. Oshinoko is a reflection of what we believe in. Go and watch that, and tell me what I really missed on this breakdown. For me, I think this is what theater is all about, especially since I've seen season 2. I was pleased with it, and I really think going forward, other anime industries should really copy what this has done, because it has set a standard. Storytelling is fantastic, and the play within the play is really fantastic. From its heart-wrenching first episode, where you have actually pushed into the deep end of the dark side of the entertainment industry, this series does more than just entertain. It leaves a lasting impact